Welcome. Today we will learn how to easily set up Exertus Forte's projector for safe radiography. In the next few minutes, we will walk through the entire process from point to point, so you can learn how to easily and quickly set up the Forte's projector in under 3 minutes. Let's start on the front side of the Forte's projector. Simultaneously pull and rotate the spring-loaded projection port cover a quarter of a turn in a clockwise direction to the 3 o'clock position. Insert the bayonet fitting of the guide tube connector into the exposed port and rotate it a quarter of a turn in a clockwise direction until the red mark is at 12 o'clock. Secure the rubber cover. Now rotate the spring-loaded projection port cover an additional 60 degrees in a clockwise direction until it stops at the 5 o'clock position. Now we move to the back of the Forte's projector. Remove the source assembly locking mechanism, dust cover, and secure it by inserting it into its holder in the polyurethane jacket. Hold the control cable perpendicular to the source assembly and push the control cable connector ball into the socket of the source assembly connector. In this position, move the control cable connector towards the back of the source assembly connector socket and swivel it downwards 90 degrees to a horizontal position. Retract the control cable by turning the remote control crank handle in the in or anti-clockwise direction until the remote control coupling is close to the exposure container mounting. Now pull back the outer shell of the coupling and push the coupling over the exposure container mounting. Release the outer shell. The coupling will connect automatically. Check manually if the coupling is connected properly by pulling back on the drive hose. Remove the key from the lock and store it in a safe place. Now rotate the selector ring clockwise to the red or open position. Push the locking slide from the green to red position. The exposure container is now ready for operation, and the source assembly is free to be projected from and retracted to the exposure container. Once the required exposure time has elapsed, the source assembly is retracted by rapidly turning the remote control crank handle in the in or anti-clockwise direction. The source assembly locking mechanism will automatically lock the source assembly in the secured position. The locking slide now shifts from red to green with an audible click. Now that the shot is finished, we will dismantle the equipment. The dismantling of equipment must always take place in reverse sequence to the connecting procedure. Detach the remote control coupling from the exposure container mounting by pulling back on the outer shell. Expose approximately 200 millimeters of the control cable. Now follow the control cable to source assembly connection procedure in reverse sequence. Retract the exposed control cable back into the hose, insert the dust cover in the remote control coupling, and roll up the hoses for storage.